Okay, guys, here we are. Hole number 4 here. Going to take a stab at this one. Typically what I'll try to do is try to land it over the bunker. So I'm going to try to keep the top spin down. I'll keep the Titan on because I really need to get this up here with kind of as little top spin as possible. So I'm going to try to do something along the lines of this with some curl. I expect it to land about 5 rings down. That may be just a little bit too much in terms of the power. So you'll see that I might try to come in off of the power a little bit, try to focus a little bit more on precision. And as you can see, it looks like the second bounce is over the bunker, and you'll want it like that to make sure that you don't run out of fairway. And as you can see, really didn't need to crank it up too much farther. And you can see, where I am, the more length that I have, the more that it can run off on that right-hand side. So you got to be a little bit careful as having it roll out more than my shot. So you really got to back off on that power, especially on tailwinds, on the top spin amount. So let's see my opponent's shot here. With the extra mile, with the extra length, may be able to back off. You can see he doesn't even really have to power this. But again, the hardest part here is going to be protecting it from, it looks like didn't quite use enough. Didn't quite have the carry. So just a wee bit short. So here you can see we get the thorn. And keep in mind, this is going to be a tough pitch to hold out. We are kind of towards mid-ish club a little bit. Biggest reason this is hard is it doesn't really want to shoot back towards the hole well. So you'll typically need to put quite a substantial amount of left spin on this to bend this around the stick and get this back on line. So you can see with where I'm trying to land. And at the mid-ish club, at least 2.5. Like 2.5 rings here. Perfect ball. Looks pretty good so far, but as I mentioned, very tough to get it to come back straight. There's a little hill that kind of rolls like this off to the side. So it is hard to get this around there and actually get it to... What's typically going to happen is on the left of the cup, it's going to roll back to the left. And then if you have it on line, it almost starts to roll back a little to the right, which means getting that to roll back perfectly straight is tough because you're almost going to miss on the right edge or the left edge no matter what you do. So it's very tough, but it's much better than trying to go off this fairway. Very tough to go off the fairway. You want to avoid that at all costs. Do that as a last resort type approach. Kind of similar to what my opponent's doing here. He's going to have to take it off there to kind of top spin it up. And get it up there. But good luck with that hole. Hopefully you guys can get it to drop, and I'll see you on the next one.